everyone, and you're very welcome to Dunboyne College Open Night. This is our third presentation here this evening. Earlier this evening we heard from our healthcare faculty and our science, and now is the term for our many services and leisure courses that we have here on offer. So we thank you for inviting us into your home, whether you're watching us from Meath, Dublin, Kildare, Westmeath, Offaly, Cavan or further afield. We thank you for inviting us in this evening, because we'd like to have the opportunity over the next 45 minutes to present to you many of the courses available in our service industry. My name is Dennis Leonard. I'm the principal here in the college, and on behalf of all the staff, I'd like to welcome you to our remote evening. This is the second year in a row we've had to go remote, but we do hope later in the year, possibly in April, to have an afternoon where you'll be able to come into the college, be a student or a parent or a mature student, to actually meet with our different faculties, our support services, and talk to people firsthand online. But for tonight, you're going to get some firsthand information from Susan Clark, who'll take you through all our service courses, and from Maeve Nemo and Derek Ball, our guidance counsellors, who will answer all your questions in relation to progression. And I do want to thank Hilda Coughlin and our events team for putting together tonight, but particularly Rob and Susan and Ronan in our media department, who have made this broadcast possible. Our courses are in huge demand, and we've discovered that over many, many years, as we've risen from 40 students in 2003 to over 1,000 today. Many people are looking for the exciting possibilities and in choosing further education as a first option, not as a backstop or a backup option, but now a first option, because maybe you don't know exactly what you want to do next year. Maybe you want to try out a particular program like nursing or science or sports, or maybe you just want to take this year to make sure that you're heading in the right direction, and a year for yourself after the pressure of Leaving Cert or whatever you've been doing recently in employment. Tomorrow evening we'll be having presentations on business at 5, pre-university courses in arts and law at 6, and IT, computers and design at 7. So we're taking individual sessions on these faculties to take you through these courses. Dunboyne College is a wonderful learning environment. It has a family atmosphere. Student supports from experienced tutors, teaching in their field of expertise, high quality teaching both on and off campus, so in person or remote. A college with a great track record since 2003, an outstanding reputation that we have among all third level institutions and employers, not just in this area but wider afield. In the last week, we've appeared in the Irish Independent, the Irish Times and numerous radio stations who have highlighted the wonderful progression routes that are available in further ed in general, and particularly here in Dunboyne College of Further Education. And they've all highlighted our wonderful student experience and actually run profiles of many of our learners who tell their own story about how to move on in education. On the 20th of December, just a few weeks ago, we had a wonderful visit from Minister Simon Harris, who's over the Department of Further and Higher Education, Minister Helen McEntee and Minister Damien English, who came here to announce that we're going to become the first further education college of the future design, prototype, purpose-built building that's going to be built here in the Dunboyne area, serving not just PLC courses but also apprenticeships, traineeships and many other skills to advance courses, skills to compete, so whatever's needed to upskill people to actually move on to what they want to do in life. Our panel later on will answer any specific questions in the service area, and as I said, Maeve and Derek will answer any of your progression questions as well. We have over 50 courses here. We're approaching 60 actually. They're all accredited by QQI. They're all at least QQI level 5 or 6. Every course has some progression link to an IoT or to a university, either to do a level 7 or a level 8 course. But many of our students, up to half, progress directly into employment. Many, before they even leave the course, have job offers in animal care, healthcare, childcare and numerous service industries, beauty, hairdressing, etc., that you'll hear about later. All our courses have a work experience module that gets people out in the industry to make sure it's exactly what they want to do. All have great industry links as well through our work experience team here. Statistically, QQI students are more focused, they have excellent retention at third level, and they perform extremely well academically. Dunboyne College sends more students to universities and institutes than most secondary schools in the country. In fact, over 90% of our students who apply to CAO and then subsequently finish the course with us get some form of a third level offer. And over 90% in total of all students that come here within a few months of finishing our course are either in employment or they're in a higher education institution. So the flexible options in Dunboyne College allow you to sample various modules and then move on to exactly the right course that you want. Another very important point that people often don't realise is that people who come here do a one-year course in whatever discipline it is, you know, animal care, beauty, sports, hair, airline, tourism, many of the ones you hear about at the moment. Of those students, when they look at what they've learned referencing, research, self-directed learning, and subsequently less than 3% will drop out if they go on to do a higher education course. This compares to up to 10% who drop out of first year in university because they don't like their programme or they feel they're unable to complete it, or up to 20% or more in some cases who drop out of IoT programmes right across the country. People re-choose when they move on from here and they have the skills to complete that course if that's what they choose to do. Last year, we had over 400 offers to higher education institutions. 350 plus were at level 8. 115 of them were to Maynooth University, including 67 into arts. 39 for DCU, 21 for UCD, 12 for Trinity, 186 for the Technical University of Dublin. And as you move around the country, with 22 for Dundalk, 31 for Athlone, Carlow, Galway, Cork, Limerick, Waterford, every single college in the country, we had students who were successful in attaining an offer because the particular course they wanted to complete was actually available in that institution. So in terms of when you look at when you're moving on, you learn skills for life. The skills that you learn here are skills that you will use not just in third level, but in any employment you go into. You learn how to do a bibliography. You learn how to put together an assignment. You learn how to navigate all the platforms like Moodle. You learn how to do research and how to apply the theory and practice to what you're doing. You take responsibility for your own work and for your own time management and for your own learning, which is a very, very important skill. A PLC course is a bridge that takes a lot of the stress out of some of the stress that people have felt over the last few years with maybe not sitting a junior cert, wondering about a leaving cert, a lot of remote learning. It takes that stress out because in the next few weeks you can apply to us and have an offer in your back pocket that's there no matter what happens over the summer exams. So Dunboyne College, like many other further education colleges, is a unique bridge to the next stage of your education development. There are many pathways to where you want to go. Never give up on your dream because there's always a way to get there. You just have to explore them. So further education gives you that clarity and that opportunity, and numerous students have come back to us and they would state it has been the best choice that I ever made. In terms of college life here, we have a newsletter up online at the moment. You'll be able to click into it, or even some of our past newsletters. And what you'll see is a wealth of college activity, even though students are only here for a year. You'll see many trips, fundraisers. You'll see an active student council. You'll see Erasmus trips to Exeter or Barcelona. You'll see so many different scholarship programs and opportunities that you can, or clubs you can take part of when you're here in the college. So all that's available on our website. So how do you get here? It's a very simple process. On our website, dunboynecollege.ie, you will see a big red square at the top that says apply now. Once you click there, you fill in some basic information and you will upload then a personal statement which really examines why you want to come here and where you want to go afterwards, and then also a reference and some other very basic information like a photograph. That's uploaded onto our website, and then from there on you will get an answer within a couple of weeks, and then your place is guaranteed. You can also apply for some of the courses you'll hear about later, including sports. You can also apply for them on the CAO. This year 10 of our courses are on CAO, like many institutions around the country, because this is the pilot year. But from next year, all of our courses will be available through CAO, but they'll always be available on our Dunboyne College website as well. So after you have your either remote interview, or what's more likely to happen this year with COVID is that once you upload your personal statement, you will receive an offer. You pay your fee anytime between now and August. A full fee guarantees that your place is guaranteed, but you get a full refund of your fee except for €30 if you decide not to come next September, October, because you get a late third level offer. So demand for places actually is very high here. This year we had over 2,500 applicants for our 1,000 places. So it's important to apply early, have your place, it's in your back pocket, it's an offer that's there no matter what happens, and you can always, as I say, get a refund if you decide to do something different later in the summer. So finally, after 2 years of uncertainty about going to third level, now is the time to take the time away to yourself to focus on exactly what you want to do as you fill in your CAO form in the next few weeks, or if you're a mature student thinking of, changing jobs or whatever else. So why not spend a year exploring in depth that area that you always wanted to pursue? Come May then of next year, you're in a great place to embrace the next step of your educational journey with a huge set of skills in your arsenal. If you miss anything tonight, or indeed you want to tune into any of the other areas other than the service area, all of our presentations from tonight and tomorrow night will be available on opendcfe.ie. That's opendcfe.ie, and you can check all of that out. You can even apply through that as well. So please follow our website, our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, or even TikTok, whatever you prefer, because a lot of the information and college activities are there continuously. As we've said for the past 18 years, begin here, go anywhere. We hope that you find what you've been looking for here tonight as you tune in. We thank you for tuning in. And most of all, we want to say this: the very best of luck in your educational journey. Wherever it takes you, whether it's Dunboyne College or not, please do not give up on exactly what your dream is, and there's always a way to get there. So now hand over to Susan Clark, who's the Department Head of the Service and Leisure Department, who'll take you through the many courses available in that area. Have a very good evening.
Hello and welcome to our virtual open evening. My name is Susan Clark, and I'm going to talk you through the vast many courses that we have in the Services and Leisure Department. So we'll start off with airline studies. This is a one-year course, and it's designed to prepare students for all aspects of the growing airline and travel in Ireland. It provides students with the necessary skills to take up employment in the tourism industry or in the travel area as members of the airline cabin crew and travel consultancy. This course also includes a unique cabin crew course accredited by International Academy of Travel. And the course also gives students the possibility to be selected for an Erasmus exchange. So you can see here we have some modules there. So for example, Tourism Information and Administration, Ready for Takeoff Diploma. You have Work Experience, Reception and Frontline Office Skills, Cabin Crew and Global Distribution Systems. There's also an option on this course to take a Diploma in International Travel Industry Studies. And students had the opportunity to go to Waterford Airport to have some practical training on an aircraft as well. So for future progression, this qualification can be used to progress to certificate and degree programs in ITs or universities in business or tourism, or graduates can seek immediate employment in a range of airline, tourism or marketing careers. So the tourism and business option will allow students to progress to colleges like TU Dublin City Campus, TU Dublin Tallaght, UCC, NUIG for tourism and travel, as well as other colleges for business certificates and degrees. Students may also apply for any of the colleges listed under business. And we have some examples there of future progression options. So NUIG, Business Studies in International Hotel Management, that's a Level 8 award and it's over 4 years. Or UCC, Business Information Systems, also a Level 8 over 4 years. And TU Dublin City Campus, Tourism and Management, that's a Level 7 qualification and that's over 3 years. The next course we're going to look at is Beauty Therapy, a very popular course here in the college. So what is beauty therapy? It's a one-year course that really prepares students for the ever-expanding world of beauty therapy and spa treatments. So this is an ideal starting point for any successful and fulfilling career in beauty therapy. Students go on to develop the required skills to work in a professional beauty salon, as well as perfect customer service and communication skills, which are essential to its success. Beauty therapy is a thriving profession, as you know, and there are continuing developments in beauty products, therapy treatments, practices and procedures, as well as equipment. So the levels of education and training are constantly being upgraded in parallel with the changing needs of professionals within the area. And then this course caters for school leavers and mature learners. So it is an intense one-year programme which does require a high level of commitment and enthusiasm. But what you put in, you get out in spades. So the course content, so you can see there a vast array of different modules, so very hands-on, very practical modules, so body massage and figure analysis, skin care, eye treatments and makeup, manicure and pedicure and waxing, also elements of anatomy and physiology, industry ethics and practice, customer service, information on and modules on how to start your own business and retail selling. There's also an offer of an iTech certification that a lot of students undertake as well to add to your overall qualification. So we have the certification is the iTech, so it's QQI level 5 that you get from us, and then also gel and polish training. So this is carried out at the start of the year, so students really get a lot of certification in this award. And some examples there of the treatments. Very practical, very hands-on and really engaging. And excellent service and excellent facilities as well. So future progression. So to qualify in this area, you can pursue a career in beauty salons, makeup and skincare consultancies, or work in leisure centres, cruise liners, or in health farms and spas. So you can see there's huge opportunities for employment after these courses. So they can pursue careers as a therapist, company representative, or a massage therapist. You might further your study by doing a level 6 that we can also provide in the college, or you can progress onto a level 7 or a level 8 course in TU Dublin Bantrystown, Dunleary, or at IADT, and there's many, many more. So the level 6 that we provide is a 1 year, and it is based at the college, and you use the same salon equipment and resources that we have available here. We also have options for progression to IT Tralee and then IT Carlow as well. The next course, another very practical course, is the hairdressing. We offer both level 5 and level 6 junior and senior trade awards too. So level 5, this is a 1 year course designed for those who have an interest in hairdressing. It's full time and it requires full attendance. On average, you're in college 3 to 4 days. Work experience is essential, and that's 1 day a week. You also can undertake junior trade certificate exams, so these are state examinations, and then you can also enter into salons as a first year trainee and continue your training there. On completion of this course, you can complete year 2, which is equivalent to the QQI level 6. So we have some examples of some students there. So the modules for year 1 hairdressing, so these include hairdressing theory and practice, hairdressing science, creative styling, customer service and junior trade exams. And there's some more evidence of our excellent facilities as well. So progression, you can progress into a senior trade level 6, this is also a 1 year course, or you can undertake an apprenticeship in a hair salon to complete your training as well. So pictures speak 1,000 words, so you can see there. So we're going to move on to professional cookery. So this course will present learners with an opportunity to develop practical skills and understanding of the science of food and food hygiene. It's a very practical course where you'll also develop a knowledge of a changing kitchen technologies and have the opportunity to put them into practice using our industry standard equipment and facilities. Students take part in hosting a catering event where they have an opportunity to present and serve the food that they've prepared. And there's also an option to pursue Erasmus learning experiences in Barcelona or Gran Canaria during the second term. So some sample dishes made by students this year. Very mouth-watering. And students learn a variety of cooking techniques and a wide range of ethnic cuisines. So there's some pictures of our facilities. So course content. We offer personal effectiveness, international cuisines, meal service, pastry, baking and desserts, menu planning and applied nutrition, food science and technology, culinary techniques, and then you also have additional certification as well in HACCP training. Career opportunities are students may go directly into employment in hotels, restaurants, catering departments, cruise ships and airlines. This QQI award will enable participants to apply and progress onto the level 6 award that we also offer in catering and tourism and other programs in professional cookery, hospitality, bar supervision, front office management and tourism. In addition, holders of QQI Level 5 awards may also be able to apply for other higher degrees in higher education, linked schemes, especially in linked courses in TU Dublin, Tallaght, Blanchardstown, Galway, Mayo IT, IT Tralee, Cork IT, Letterkenny IT and Limerick IT and more. And some examples of higher education progression. Students of ours have progressed on to TU Dublin City Campus to undertake culinary arts, a level 8 over 4 years, and also a culinary science degree by TU Dublin, and that's a level 8 4-year degree. And TU City Campus, Baking and Pastry Arts Management, level 7 over 3 years. And DKIT, Dundalk Institute of Technology, Culinary Arts, a level 6 over 2 years as well. Sports Management and Coaching. This is a 1-year course that aims to prepare participants to work with people in the sports, coaching, recreation and leisure industries. Sports management and coaching graduates will gain social, communication and leadership skills to work with individuals and groups in the growing sports coaching and health and fitness areas. Many of the skills that you'll acquire will be transferable for use in business or community development areas. So sports management and coaching will lay an excellent foundation for these skills and provide the work experience to put learning into practice. And students can also opt to specialise in GAA coaching and obtain coaching badges too. So this programme is ideal for both school leavers and experienced mature persons seeking a formal education. It allows graduates to pursue scholarship programmes in Ireland and abroad, and by taking science modules, students can claim the Science Award and apply for health science in DCU. So here's some of the modules: Sports and Recreational Studies, Sports Anatomy and Physiology. You also have Safety and Health at Work, Nutrition, Gaelic Coaching, Exercise and Fitness, Leisure Facility Administration, and there's also supplementary certificates that will be offered to you in GAA, Soccer, Hurling, IRFU and Athletics, subject to demand of course. There's also a Sports Science option available as part of this award. And then future progression, you can progress to become sports development officers or work in the areas like gym, leisure centres or sports club. And the general qualification will lead to careers in the rapidly expanding leisure industry. And our new sports management and coaching degree that's also offered in TU Dublin, Blanchardstown, will offer graduates a local alternative to advance their studies to honours degree level. So we have great connections with them. And students can progress to PE teaching via an undergraduate degree at IT Tralee and Cork University, and then inevitably to a postgraduate master's degree in PE teaching at University Limerick. Students also have access to 175 arts places every year in Maynooth University, so excellent links there. So this level 5 qualification can lead to a certificate and or degree courses in sports or indeed business, computers, etc. So in many IT colleges and universities throughout the country, as well as pursuing a QQI level 6 in sports or leisure management courses in various colleges of further education. So you can see there there's also options for progression to TU Dublin Blanchardstown, UCC, Carlow IT and TU Dublin City Campus. Another sports-related course that we offer is Sports Injury Prevention and Massage Therapy. So what is this course? It's 1 year and it aims to equip students with the knowledge and skills required for working within the area of sports injury prevention and sports massage therapy in the sports, coaching, recreation and leisure industries. Students will expand their education on the physiological principles related to sports, massage and injury prevention. This course offers the potential to develop your studies onto third level education, and graduates will attain an internationally recognised qualification upon achieving the QQI level 5 standard of this course. So modules that are offered to you are Sports Anatomy and Physiology, Gaelic Coaching, Sports and Exercise Injury Prevention, Exercise and Fitness, Nutrition, Body Massage and Figure Analysis, and then also Behavioural Studies. Future progression options from this course are they will be able to apply for third level education and also progress to courses in sports injury or rehabilitation colleges like IT Carlow, CIT, LIT Letterkenny or Waterford and IT Tralee. Students can also progress to PE teaching via an undergraduate degree at IT Tralee or Cork University and to the postgraduate masters in PE teaching at UL. And they can also achieve certificates enabling them to enter the sports coaching, management, recreation and instruction workforce. Here's some examples of future progression options from IT Tralee, UCC, Thurles and also IT Carlow. Now, QQI Level 5 Animal Care and Grooming. It is a very popular course and I think you can see why. So this Level 5 Animal Care and Animal Grooming course, it's a one-year course that's designed to give students an introduction to all aspects of the animal care industry and dog grooming. So it's a very much a combination of both practical and theoretical tuition. It provides hands-on, skills-based courses which equip students with both fundamental knowledge and experience of the animal care industry. So the course aims to meet the growing demand in Ireland for people to work in the animal care services, including animal welfare, animal husbandry, veterinary receptionist, kennel and cattery assistants and dog grooming as well. And you can see some examples there, some photos of some very happy students and happy dogs. So course content is, these are some of the modules that are offered. Animal welfare, animal grooming, which is an optional module to undertake. Animal anatomy and physiology, communications, safety and health, work experience, animal behaviour and mathematics as well. There's also biology, word processing, small animal husbandry and housing, customer service, reception and frontline skills, information and administration, and start your own business. And there's also an additional professional qualification in canine first aid provided to you. So every module that has an asterisk beside it is an optional module that you can undertake as well. This is the canine first aid additional qualification that's provided to you at the start of your year. There's also the option to progress onto the Advanced Animal Science Level 6 QQI award that we offer here in the college. So what is animal science? So this course would suit applicants with a passion for working with animals, a willingness to work hard and an interest in biology. Students will receive a very solid foundation in biology and basic animal science principles and practice while studying modules within the animal care sector such as animal anatomy and physiology, animal behaviour, animal welfare and biology. This course is very ideal for students that want to get a base and foundation and who want to continue to study at higher education in veterinary nursing, bioveterinary and animal sciences as well. Some course content here, so animal science and health, canine obedience and training, animal behaviour, investigative studies, human, animals and societies, human resources management, animal grooming, start your own business and kennel and cattery management. And then the course offers an insight to dog training using kind and effective methods, to observe and expand your knowledge in exotic animals, studying their behaviour, and to give you a great understanding of animal welfare, as well as the tools to progress to further careers and academic progression as well. Some future progression. So students may seek immediate employment in the animal care industry. So the typical career opportunities are in the areas of veterinary nursing, animal grooming or animal health, which may include working in a pet shop, zoos and animal rescue centres. These industries and employers seek qualified and competent personnel. And then graduates may also pursue courses in colleges and ITs all around the country or in the UK as well. And some examples of linked courses include veterinary nursing and veterinary assistant courses in UCD, DKIT, Letterkenny IT, Tralee IT and Athlone IT. And students can also apply for general courses like science in UCD or TU Dublin City Campus, where there are 30 places with access to 4 science programmes. Some examples there of our progression routes. So in UCD, veterinary nursing, level 8 over 4 years. And then DKIT, Tralee IT and Athlone IT as well. So lots of opportunities for further progression. Now we're moving on to our final course areas. So the next award is Horsemanship and Equine Studies, also a very popular and hands-on course as well. So what is horsemanship? So this is a 1-year course that aims to prepare all our students for the ever-expanding Irish equine industry and to provide students with the knowledge and skills relating to the horse industry. The education and training on this course works to enable you who hopefully love horses to pursue a career in the horse industry or continue your studies at 3rd level in the equine area. So by changing your combination of modules, you can also avail of the Business Award or Lab Techniques Award to continue to 3rd level study in this area. So you can see there's a different variety of modules that are more applicable to each award, the horsemanship, the equine business and the equine science as well. So, but you can see there are some modules that are common amongst all of the awards there. So we have communications, work experience, stable and yard routine, business administration, marketing practice, accounting, word processing, safety and health, lab techniques, biology, chemistry, physics and maths. And we also have elective modules that are available. So sports horse riding instruction, equine nutrition, equine anatomy and physiology, horse breeding, horse conformation and evaluation, and young horse training techniques. So across all of these different awards, the business with equine, the science with equine and the horsemanship, graduates may seek employment into a range of different companies and projects that seek graduates with specific equine, business or science aptitudes. Alternatively, students can also progress to participating in the Level 6 equine courses also provided in the college. And here's some progression routes that we have across all of these course areas. From UCD, Animal Science Equine, Level 8 over 4 years. Maynooth, Business with Equine, a Level 8 over 3 years. IT Athlone, Bio-Veterinary Science, a Level 8 over 4 years. And we also have the CAFRE Equine Management as well course. So here's some photographs. And then here is our Level 6 award for our equine courses. So equine horsemanship and equine breeding. So this award is a QQI Level 6. It is designed to enable the students and learners to gain an in-depth understanding of the role and function of the equine industry. So when you complete it, you will achieve the Green Certificate status. So this allows you to enter the equine industry with the possibilities of owning and managing your own business without having to compete or complete 2 years of agriculture too. Students can further their education by entering into higher education through QQI entry also. And here's the course content. So a mixture of core and elective modules to undertake. So at Level 6 we have communications, work experience, horse riding, pasture management, horse breeding, sports horse riding instruction, equitation theory, and stable and yard supervision, business management, equine nutrition, horse conformation and evaluation. And then graduates may go directly into employment in a range of different horsemanship and equine areas or horse breeding. And then they also can manage and own their own businesses. But there's also further education options too. So in UCD, Animal Science and Equine, Maynooth, Business with Equine, IT Athlone, Bio-Veterinary Science. And then we also have Equine Management, a Level 8 over 3 years progression route. And that is that. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. I'm going to hand over to Derek Ball and Maeve Nemo, our career guidance counsellors. So if you have any questions, please type them in. Any questions about anything at all, about practical day-to-day stuff about the college or even about the courses that you've just heard as well. Thank you.
Hi all, hope you're enjoying our open evening so far. As Susan said, my name is Derek Ball. I'm one of the guidance counsellors here along with Maeve in the department, and any questions you have, please put them up on the chat there. Anything maybe around college courses, course content, progression, or even college life here in Dunboyne College. Good few questions coming in there, Susan, about the different courses, and I suppose a lot of them are kind of commenting on a lot of these courses are kind of more practical in nature than some of our other courses. So would there be kind of equal chances for employment or progression onto 3rd level from these courses?
Absolutely, and what we try and aim to do in the college is to give you real practical hands-on experience, and the equipment and facilities and resources that we have, and then the teaching experience as well. It's all very industry based and industry standard. So the aim is that if you do pursue any of these courses, that you ultimately go into employment, either immediately after the course, depending on the different course that you're going for, or through further progression as well. But we are very industry focused here.
And this department is one of our bigger departments that has a mix of really going straight to work and upskilling and straight to work and straight to progression to higher ed as well. For example, in this area, the professional cookery course, for example, people can go straight to work, isn't that right? Or they could go on to do one of those, pastry and baking courses, or the culinary arts or something like that in TU Dublin, for example, as well, isn't it?
Yeah, there's huge opportunities though. What you gain with the level 5 is an excellent foundational understanding and knowledge, and you can therefore, Maeve, as you're saying, you can build on that by doing additional courses as well. So there's huge potential to upskill and also refresh if you're coming back from, or if you're doing a career change, or you have an interest. Some people use these courses as kind of hobby courses initially, and then realise that they have a real skill and talent and aptitude in this area, and say, actually, I'm really good at this. We find that a lot with the professional cookery courses. They end up doing a level 6 with us as well, and then they say, actually, I want to go directly into employment, and then they can go that way, or they say, look, I want to fine tune my skills even more.
That's right. And in fact, that reminds me of a student a couple of years ago who wanted to get back into education as a mature student, and was fearful of that. For obvious reasons, had been away from learning for so long, and she decided to pick something that she enjoyed, which was cookery. So she came to the professional cookery, which got her back into an academic environment while studying something that she really enjoyed, and then that gave her the strength and confidence to go on and study something then that she completely different, that she got into further after the cookery course. So like you say, Susan, to start it as sort of building the confidence, isn't it? Yeah.
That's it.
That's what kind of building on from that student as well. Sometimes, when students come onto courses, and this is the great thing about further ed, so say they do pick, I'm just picking any course, cookery or grooming or something like that, they might decide during the year that they don't like it. Okay, and students often come to Maeve and I and say, well, God, does that mean we've failed the year, or does that mean it's a bad year? It certainly doesn't. The great thing about further ed is that the transferability from a course. So if you do a course here in a particular area, it might be business, it might be science, or it might be one of the more practical ones, you can actually still apply for different faculties or different courses at third level colleges. So don't think that just because you pick one area of study, it doesn't mean you're necessarily stuck in that area. There's another question coming in there about how many modules would you choose on a course in general. This is set by QQI, so all of our courses you must take a particular 8 modules. So what we always recommend, myself and Maeve, is that you pick 8 subjects and a spare, okay? But when you're looking through the prospectus, you might see under different courses that there might be 10, 12, 13 modules. When you join a course, once you've picked the correct 8 modules, you can take on extra electives or additional electives. So there might be some other modules or subjects that you're interested in, you can take them on top of the 8 subjects that you must take to get a full award.
A question here that says, when would the animal care grooming course start? Well, all our courses start in September actually, but the next question after that is about applications. When are they open? And they're actually open now. So applications stay open right the way through until September, in fact. But if you were to make a late application, you may not get your first choice, and especially when it's something like animal care and grooming, because it fills up really quick. Yeah, it's really, really popular course. I think this year we have 3 groups of animal care. So, we would have had maybe even going back only to last year 2. We now have 3. So when you apply, you do get a first, second and third option, and if you apply during the springtime, you will more or less get your first option. So if you apply later in the summertime, you are sort of jeopardising that a little bit with some of the popular courses, especially like animal care as well. When you apply, then you pay a deposit to secure your place. Now that deposit, just in case you're not sure whether you want to take the place or not, that deposit is refundable until the end of September. So that's sort of the way to go with the applications, is to secure your place, know you have it, even if you're a leaving cert student or you're a mature student or whatever route you're coming in from. Just secure your place, and then that gives you the time to think about what else might be out there for you. And you're not under pressure then at that stage.
I suppose just a reminder as well there on the application process. As Dennis mentioned earlier on, there are two ways of applying to Dunboyne College. For the first year, we're on the CEO application process, and we're also applications are also open via our own website. I suppose we probably would recommend that the fastest or the easiest way to apply for our course is actually via our website. Just go on to dunboynecollege.ie, click on the red button in the top right hand corner saying apply now, and follow those the steps in that. It's probably the most direct way to apply. You will be asked for additional information. You'll be asked for your personal statement, a photograph, a reference, and a recent set of results. Just in regards to the personal statement, don't be worrying too much about it. It's just your chance in 150 words to tell us why you'd like to do the course, what you're interested in, and maybe what you'd like to do in the future. A recent photograph you can just take on your phone and upload that. The recent set of results, I know a lot of you are probably doing mocks at this moment in time, so you mightn't have your mock results. If you can just send in your summer exams from 5th year or something like that, and then a reference from the school. There's a question coming in there, Susan, saying that due to the kind of the practical nature again of these courses, there'll probably be a lot of equipment maybe needed for some of them. Do the students have to provide that equipment, or what's the story?
No. So every student is provided with all of their necessary essentials. So you're provided with, if you're doing cookery, you're provided with, your knife set. If you're doing grooming, you're provided with your kits. If you're doing hairdressing, there's a lot of bits and bobs that go along with everything. You are provided with everything. So there's no additional extra costs for things. And if you do, it's optional. So you don't have to undertake those additional expenses if there are. So the great thing about these courses as well, if there's any additional exams that you have to undertake, so say for example the hairdressing, the junior, senior trade, which are state exams, they're included in your course fees, so that's not an additional expense that you need to be worrying about. And also for the ITEC exams for sports as well, and also for beauty, that's all included in your course fees now. So it's a great handle to kind of get your head around, like, how much are my fees, and to know that there's no additional expenses incurred afterwards.
You mentioned beauty there. So the beauty course, of course, is very popular with hugely popular. And most of our beauty students will, in fact, come back and do our level 6, because level 6 in the beauty sector is very highly sought after on your CV, and it's very highly educated at that level. And in terms of, I suppose, placement, like work experience, students often think about the work experience and how they get placement, and what that might lead to. Like, can you talk a little bit about that, Susan?
Absolutely. Well, your main teachers would be your work experience teacher. They have great industry contacts and great network connections as well. So if you can't find initial work experience on your own, then you can always talk to them. And also your more specific module teachers, so your hairdressing teachers, they'll have good contacts and good industry connections as well, so they'll be able to put you in the right direction. Generally students can look for work experience on their own, but if you need additional assistance, your work experience teachers, and also any teacher that you have, might know somebody that'll be able to help you out as well.
And placement in the beauty course in particular, and many courses, but in beauty, placement generally can lead to paid employment afterwards as well. Like we hear it all the time.
It
really
to
is.
Get your foot in the door, as they say.
It really is, yeah. And there's
we always have 100% employment from the beauty course.
Huge employment after the course.
And
in
even
beauty.
starting your own business, there's excellent modules for entrepreneurship and customer service, and all of that, all frontline skills as well. That's hugely desirable by all employers now. But also the option to set up your own business. which is very
and
lucrative.
They're getting the extra award, the iTech, which is industry specific, which means that they're qualified to work in that sector. I suppose our airline course is another one to talk about. They also get an extra award called the Ready to Take Off diploma. Having that on your CV as an extra award to your QQI award will have an airline snap you up. And in fact, there's been years, every year, that students leave the course because they've gotten employment. And I suppose, while we don't want them to leave the course, they have actually, in fact, got what they came for, which was employment. So they've already succeeded because they've been on the course. They go with the employment because they have the Ready to Take Off award. So they're snapped up by the airlines. So it's a fantastic opportunity that way.
That's a great thing about the college is it meets the needs very quickly. Exactly. It's very prompt. Each year teachers have great input into think, this is what the industry needs. This is what our students need to know. This is what will get them those places in employment and get them where they want to go. So I think the college is very responsive to what people want, employers want, and also what students themselves want as well.
Two other quick points coming in there. Will there be an interview? We used to hold interviews prior to COVID for every course. So the personal statement is now replacing the interview, as I mentioned to you earlier on. And can you, in regards to work experience, people are asking, if you have a part-time job, can you use that as your work experience? If it's related to the course you're studying, yes, you can use your part-time job as your work experience.
So another one there, is there a max number of places on each course, or is there a chance of extra places if demand is high for a particular course? So it's a great question, actually. So as I said there a little bit ago, that apply early because places on some courses do fill up very quickly. Now, while we won't just have one class, and we spoke a minute ago like that, we used to have 2 classes of animal care, now we have 3. So where the situation allows, we will add an extra class. But if we don't have enough numbers to make a whole other class, we obviously have to cut the numbers at 2 classes or at 3 classes or whatever it is if we don't have enough to make an extra class. So apply early really is the key thing to get your choice, and that just confirms your place and it secures it for you. You pay a deposit and you can get that refunded. So it really is the way to go in terms of the numbers per classes and per courses that we have.
Also, I'd say it's great peace of mind knowing that you have this, and like life at the moment, everything is so up in the air and uncertainty everywhere. It's wonderful knowing I have an interest in sports. My end goal would be to be a personal trainer. I'm going to apply for this further education course. If I do the criteria, submit my paperwork and all that type of thing, and explain in my personal statement why I'm good, I would love this career. That's an excellent thing to know, that you have an acceptance of a place afterwards.
I think a couple of things to clear up as well is you might find, we talk about animal care in this department, but earlier in our science department, and you'll see in the prospectus that we have animal science, both at level 5. And you might wonder what the difference is. So basically, animal science will have more of the science subjects, it'll keep you with chemistry, biology, that type of area. Whereas the animal care will have more of the animal related subjects. Now, animal science obviously has those too, but animal care will have more of the grooming side maybe as well, reception skills and that, so that it places you better if you want to go directly to work in small business maybe. Now, that after saying that, both courses can still progress on to 3rd level degrees, so you can use your results for both from both courses, animal science and animal care, to apply to your chosen degree if you wish. So that's just the difference between that.
Also as well with our sports courses there, we mentioned PE progression. Just for the PE progression in DCU, you would need to do one of our science courses, okay? So just be careful there. If you think about PE, for progression onto DCU, you need to do one of our science courses.
So that'll be looking at our sports science rather than the sports injury prevention. So we have 3 sports courses. In this department we have the 2. We have the sports coaching and the sports injury prevention, but then we have sports science in the science department, and that's the one you would need to take it for the PE teaching,
Okay, I think we've come near the end of our time there. Just to thank you all for those questions. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to go onto our website. All information is up there on the college and on our courses, but also you'll find Maeve and myself, we'll find our email addresses there. Don't hesitate to email us directly if you have any questions about, if you want to know about course progression, if you want to know about anything about the college, just send us an email, no problem at all.
Great, thank you.